What's going on, family? Checking in right now. We are inside of a prefab building that we're connecting a fabricated shipping container that we're fabricating the end of it to attach to the end of this building. So that way it'll be completely one unit. This is going to be actually a storage unit. She's going to be able to leave from her inside of this prefab and just walk straight in there from the inside and have everything sealed off. So what we're going to be doing, we're about to start working on the finishing door entrance. So I'm gonna take it off the stand because I want to give y'all a up close and kind of show y'all what I'm doing. Hopefully everybody doing good this morning. Got my plate here. Gotta do some fabrication to this plate. We're gonna fab it out and make it fit in this spot right here. So our goal is to fab it out and make it fit here to cover this up. And this is gonna be the first landing. And then she's gonna have a ramp here. Now I think she's gonna make a wood ramp, or might buy one. I don't know how she's gonna do it, or we might make one. But as of now, this is what I'm completing. So I'm gonna finish this, and then we actually got this summed up, and the guy is coming, finish doing his touch up, and then I think we're gonna paint the inside this color here, and then we'll be done. So that's the goal. That's what we're doing this morning. I'm out trying to get a couple things lined out, actually, for to start working on the light layout of the plate. So wanted to give y'all a little update. Try to hopefully y'all can be able to zoom in and kind of see me, man. We're gonna do a little work this morning. I got a few things I got to line out. So first thing we're gonna do is get our measurements. So we gotta do a little fabrication. 73 and a half. We can get a small square. So I think she got one over here. Oh, it's a nice day today, man. It's so nice out here today. And we just had an ice storm not too long ago. This weather is a trip. They told me, welcome to Oklahoma City. They have blessed me in. 37. Oh, man. You don't believe this? This is actually not as wide as I need it to be. We're going to have to I don't know. We might be able to make this work. Let's see if we can make this work. Plate is right at my length. That actually needs to cut off. About an inch and a quarter. One thing that I love about fabrication, that you can always make it work. Always. Tune in on y'all so y'all can be able to kind of see me out here. But we could always make it work, man, when you're doing fabrication. Anytime you have a problem, and a lot of times you'll face existing things like this situation. I'm completely fabricating this out and lining it out, so it's going to have to be constructed a little different, so I'm going to have to make it work. But that's one thing I love about fabrication, because you can make it work and you can make it look good too. So you can actually kill several birds with one stone. I'm about to do some cutting, so I'm going to leave it back here, and then I'm going to switch up the camera in a minute so that way y'all can see me a little better. Hopefully everybody doing good today. We're going to try to get to some money. Got a couple of ideas. We're going to fire this thing right on there. We're going to cut our longest section first. This plate is actually needed to be a little longer. But we're gonna make it work. As you see, when you're using this grinder and you're cutting, I love to mark my line first and make sure I get it, and then you can trace that line pretty easy, and you don't have to worry about going all the way off, making it, terrible. pretty good cut, and we actually gonna use this to finish up the side because we're gonna piece this together. This is a nice little opening, so we're gonna have to piece it together. So we want to check in. Yeah, we'll have to piece this one together. It's got a nice little distance between there, and since I cut the subfloor out, and I'm using the existing outside of the corrugated metal. So actually the end of the containers, the way it was sat on the blocks, if I would have knew the way the window was, but I really didn't know until I took the window out, I should have scooted the container over like 2 inches, and I wouldn't have to go around no, I didn't have to cut around anything. But I didn't know it. Some things you don't know when you're doing certain fabrications in the field. You don't really know until you dive into it. And a lot of times when you do service calls, people will say, "Oh man, come out here and do this. It'll just take 30 minutes." And then you get there, you're like, "Oh my goodness, man." It's more so always have your standard fee. Me personally, my mobile service calls, I charge $75 an hour with a 2-hour minimum. And depends on what I'm doing. Some things are a 4-hour minimum. If I got to go outside of my way a lot, because if I got to leave so much driving, I got to get compensated for my time regardless, because the client or the person might say, "Oh, this job is a small job, hour, this little job, it won't take." A lot of times they'll tell you that to get you in, to hook you into it. And a lot of times they don't know what's really involved because they're not a tradesman. They're not skilled like you. So they know once you jump into it, you're going to see things that they probably didn't see. And that's a plus too for you. So keep that in mind. So always do that. Keep that in mind. If you don't have you a battery operated grinder, especially one by DeWalt, I don't know what you're doing. Get you one of these. Let me zoom in on this. Hope y'all can see this. I know the light is kind of funny on this. Get you one of these, man. These are excellent. Like, no lie. Like, this is the truth. So I'm gonna move this camera over some because it's actually a bad angle. Probably see me a lot more when I'm moving around from over here right now. So get you one of these though. Get you one of these. These are like lifesavers, man. Like, for real. And the newer ones actually last longer than them. But for doing smaller stuff you have to do, I most definitely go with this. I use it all the time. Because sometimes you ain't have to take the regular grinder out. You can just use the battery operated one and get a lot done, fast. You know what I mean? Very good for getting that sharp metal off. Because believe it or not, we trade it, but sometimes we like to take our gloves off and actually touch what we're doing. So you want to make sure you get that off so you won't have any issues. I think I seen somebody pop something up. No, sir. Actually, I'm doing some mobile welding right now. So this is actually a client shop, and I did fabricate this container for them, and I'm connecting it to their existing building. This is a prefab building, and I'm connecting it to this prefab building so that way it can actually be an extension to the building, and they can walk from one and transition straight into the other, and also have a lock from the outside. So this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna give y'all a walk around update here in a second, just kind of show you again what I'm getting into. We're gonna drop this one in there real quick. Make sure I set this right. So transition y'all over here with me. We're just gonna be moving around a little bit. It's better for me to use this stand and move around a little bit for y'all. See what I'm doing. So you can see that. So. Say this job actually required some carpentry skills. So you know I'm a welder, fabricator, installer, but I'm also a jack of all trades. And I think we talked about being a jack of all trades because you really have to be doing stuff like this. And that's why and that's another reason why I named Hog On Welding Honoring Our Generation Ornamental Nature. Because we like to build things, ornamental things. We like to build things that's structured. We like to express our art through the things that we do with our hands. So that's why Hog On Welding is for all tradesmen, and that's why I say that you want to not be a jack of all trades, a master of none. You want to master one and jack all the rest of them, and that way you can have a multiple sources of income, and you can have a career, not just a job, because you can do multiple things. I had to use my carpentry work to actually cut the hole out and get all that measurement out. Then I had to use my fabrication and welding skills to actually frame the door out and figure out how I was going to set everything. So that was where the engineering, the weld engineering came in, and then I had to fabricate my pieces and fit them in. So I'm doing a few different processes doing this one process, you know? So being a mobile welder is a great benefit because there's a lot you can do. You don't have to be in a box at all. So let me get my welding hood. This is actually my grinding hood. I broke my old one and I upgraded it. Went back old school and got me a Jackson welding hood. I like it too though, I ain't gonna lie to you. And for those who want to know right now, I got a Lincoln, I'm using the Lincoln SP35 welder. And I'm using flux core. And with this specific unit, is why someone asked me why I would get linking over the older millers, because the older millers don't burn as hot as the linking does using flux core. And that's why I use the linking over the older millers. Get a little jammed up. Sometimes you have to move these around, but if your wire the cord gets stuck, I actually need to buy a new whip for this one, so I need to upgrade. They actually got the new whips. They got the flex in, where you can flex these in, and about 65, 70 bucks. So my next little hustle is going to be to invest and improve this old machine. And like I said, this has been a real good machine. I spent $300 for it. I think I got it from, I believe I got it off of Craigslist. I wanted to say a pawn shop, but I think I got this one from Craigslist. Or OfferUp, one of the two. It was an online site. So, give y'all a little close up real quick, show you what I got going. So this is where we at right now. I'm going to fab this piece over here. We got this one in. And see, it's all about piecing it together. Actually, this was a little bit deeper than I had, so I had to change everything. I started off going something, and once I seen the way that window was, it was offset, I had to change up everything. So now I'm making it fit into place. Like I'm actually piecing together like a puzzle. So I'm gonna make this other end, tack it on there, smooth that out, and make that one piece. I could have went with a full sheet here, but it's supposed to have been one side. So when I went and bought all my pieces, I was expecting it not to have that. And once it did, I'm like, okay, we're just gonna have to fabricate something and still make it work. So it's still gonna work, still gonna turn out, it's gonna be nice. So we're gonna make this happen. I'm gonna jump in and get some good measurements, see what we got going here. Because I believe I don't have to trim a lot. It's just a piece. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Like I say, I'm out here trying to get it in, doing what I can. Let me get it zoomed in for y'all. The sun is kind of bright today, y'all, so forgive me. I wanted to come in and zoom in and just let y'all know what we was doing, what we working on. So, actually gonna jump in the back of this truck, so. So we're gonna get a new measurement. Yeah. This is going to be an interesting cut. Measure twice, cut once. Always measure twice and cut once. 10. I'm glad I built this work truck too, man. And that's exactly what it is. Like, I don't care about nothing else. You got people be like, oh man, I want to fix this. I'm like, man, I'm not into none of that. You know, at one time, yeah, that was okay. Now, nah, that ain't even a thought on my mind. Period. It's like a puzzle, man. Inch and 3/8. Get everything fabbed up. Hopefully everybody doing good today, man. Appreciate y'all checking in with me. It's been one of those days. I actually got a few things I want to tune in a little later and talk about. Something hit me the other day, and really, I need to do a video on it because it hit me. But you know how the way I work, man, I have to actually through or be feeling what I'm saying about to address before I just release a video. Like I don't sit back and just write a sermon, you know what I mean? But I do line my thoughts down, and I like to address the issues purely from the heart. Like, I think if you reach someone with the mind, you're gonna only reach your mind. But if you reach someone from the heart, you'll reach another heart. So I just don't want to say nice sounding words and just say something. I want to be able to give you a personal experience and some knowledge and some wisdom that you know came from a sincere place, so that you can use it to take your life to the next level. So that's why I just don't like to just say random things. I like to just be organic, man, because I know it's real out here. So we got to be authentic with our people, you know? But I can say it's a good day. I agree today. Oh, man. Great day. So, this is our fabricated end. Hopefully you can see this pretty good. I'm about to move this out the sun. This is glare today. It's like ridiculous, man. It's a bad glare. Sun bright. So get this down so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, my bad. Anyways, I want to show you real quick since it fell down. So this is my piece. If you can see it better. As you see how I had to measure it, it's kind of like a little wider on one end, narrow on this end, and got a little pitch. And one thing I wanted to say, when you're doing fabrication and fitting, as a child, you know, some of us love to do Legos and love to fit things up and make things, do puzzles, you know. Fabrication is pretty much the same thing. It's just taking your time, piecing things out like a puzzle, figuring out how you need to construct it is where the engineering come in at, and then once you figure out how you construct it, you fabricate it and fit it out. So I think it's very important that we don't lose our imagination. Your imagination is your limitation. Keep your imagination with you. I don't care how old you are. As you get older, you should have a grander imagination like a child, because your imagination is what's actually going to set you free. It's going to give you your financial freedom. It's going to be able to put you in places that you never would imagine because you had to think that first. So keep that in mind. So let me tune back in. Just wanted to say that real quick. before I go any further because I just felt like that was real facts. Yes, yes, facts, sir. Yes, yes, most definitely. And I just think that's real important. And we just need to keep that in mind no matter what we're building, what we're doing. You know, my bad on this. I'm having issues, so I'm trying to set y'all up so y'all can see everything that I'm doing. I do like this stand though, but with everything, you have to tweak it, get it like you like it. Look like I need to come, like I need to trim off like a blade length. Put a little water down here. Put some water down here because it's a little fiberglass. Keep anything from making a fire. I have to set it. that shit is gonna happen. Motherfucker. The piece in here had tried to catch on fire on me. That's one reason why you keep a little water by you. In no situations. I thought it was light I was seeing too, water, and really it wasn't. I done got this thing soaking wet, so that way we wouldn't have no issues. Because a lot of this wood that I took out was damaged. So you don't want to take a chance on burning nothing down. But this completely area, this wood that the guy had in there, bad. I think I got another, find me. This stuff right here is the truth too. And you really got to, because all the stuff you do don't take 100% weld off. So it's good to have some nail or something, liquid nail or some caulking that you can use on certain stuff. For certain, you know, it's just an overkill, like literally. And certain stuff ain't even worth completely welding off. So you literally have to discern, you know, the difference. And that's on the fabricator, installer. You know what you need to do. Certain things, you know, I done seen people that put overkill on something that'll actually cause them problems later. Because they was trying to think they was doing a little too much than what they actually needed to do. gloves with this stuff. Man, this stuff is gonna start getting hard. It's hard to get that stuff off your hands. So I would say use some gloves. Most definitely. Just to save yourself from issues. Step on it right now. I just did that, kind of messed up my damn seal. Gotta let that bottom piece dry before I step on that. So we got to put a support piece. It's just a piece of wood right there. All right now. And y'all don't believe it. This wind is blowing today. This is just a primer. Stage because we have to. That's an existing text. Had to take off. stuff right here is messy. Look, I'm summing it up. Still got a couple more things to seal, but we're almost done. So, let's set the spot on this. Tell you one thing, once this stuff get hard, it's there. do a little bit more sealing. Check in with y'all. What's going on? What's going on? You got to start somewhere. You got to start from somewhere. So, want to give y'all a small update so I can let y'all go. I appreciate y'all checking in with me today. I know we've been going live for about an hour. Just wanted to kind of show you some fabrication. I'm almost done, pretty much done with my day. Just want to give you small updates before I leave. So just to show you what I did. Like I say, wasn't nothing complicated, but we had to fabricate something. We had to make it, use what we had to make it work. This was actually, I would say, unorthodox because it wasn't something that, was in a book that was just easy to do. We had to actually work around what was already existing to make this happen. So, come in here, show you what I've been doing. Guys actually is bringing the wood closer. We actually stop right here, so that way he'll know where to seal it up at. So that's what we got going, man. Everything's turning out good. This is the inside of the shipping container. This is actually a storage shipping container. I put the commercial door on it, cut it in half. I actually built a whole end cap for that end. I'll step outside, let you see the end cap. I did a whole end cap for this end. Well, actually, you can't see the end cap, but the end cap on the other side, it is. The end cap that's going up against the wall. But I put a man door, put the end cap. The goal was to put the roll-up door. I did everything for the roll-up door, then they changed their mind. Didn't want to go with the roll-up door and wanted to go with the cutout that was 4 foot. So that's what we did. So pretty much just sealed it off and got it attached to the building so that way she can be able to kill several birds in one stone. So I just used that spray foam there. Actually, once I got it in, I was gonna come back and kind of clean it up and paint it to match the color of the existing building. That way it kind of blend in some, but it's what it was. But that stuff worked good as hell. When doing what we're doing, I told her we're gonna have to use this foam because what you're trying to do is completely unorthodox than what we was going with first. So I wanted to show you. Things turned out good. I'm gonna clean it out, blow it out, and the guy come back, and then we should be painting the inside. This color is like a whitish gray color. We're gonna paint the whole inside that color, and then start moving some of this stuff in there. She do t-shirts, signs, woodwork. So also network with us over those who be wanting some t-shirts, some coffee mugs, signs, whatever you need. I actually got a good hook up here. So if you actually need something, get at me. And also visit the website, www.hogonwelding.com. Follow me on all my social media platforms. It's Hogon on Facebook. It's Hogon on Instagram, Hogon on Twitter. It's Black Phoenix, BlackPhoenix on all of my music sites. So if you're looking to follow me as an artist, you can check me out, Pandora, Spotify, whatever that you listen to your music on. And I appreciate y'all for checking in with me. Be blessed. Hold on.